No, but the basic issue is quite easy to understand. And I'm sure Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad will 100% agree with me.
Follow-up.
No, Mr. Prasad will 100% agree with me. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad will completely agree with me that when it comes to personal political interests, then no political party, including the BJP, has any respect for constitutional positions. After all, the BJP said that when this controversy over James Lingdo holding elections in Gujarat happened, and the Chief Election Commissioner, Mr. V.K. Malhotra's famous comment, Chief Election Commissioner of India is not a holy cow and statements made by him can be criticized. I will say it is nasty of him to have described the situation in Gujarat as nasty. Samta Party also had criticized the BJP
when
for
they started calling him, Arnab, the BJP started calling him James Michael Lingdo by his full name to give a communal color to the entire visit that he made to Gujarat to ascertain whether Gujarat was ready for post Godhra riots.
Even V.K. Malhotra, he called the NHRC also, which is also recommendatory body but important, he called it anti-Hindu. Because the NHRC moved the Supreme Court for a retrial in the Best Bakery case. So, Mr. Prasad, I'm sure you agree with me that when it comes to political interest, it's not as if on constitutional bodies the BJP has a very different track record of showing great respect in the past.
Oh, no, I'm very sorry to say that you are making these sweeping comments when we are trying to reflect upon an issue which has arisen for the first time in the history of independent India, that the Election Commission has censored a senior union minister and was constant. Now, allow me to speak, please. I don't interrupt others. Please. And the President has been approached for the first time by the Commission that we are helpless. A minister is denigrating us publicly about impinging upon our authority. That is the larger issue. And the larger issue is that the Prime Minister is silent. The matter has been referred to him by the President. It is more than 48 hours and the Government of India is silent. That is politicking.
No, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to sack Kursi?
As far as Mr. Lingdo is concerned,
do you want them to sack Kursi?
No, we have already demanded that. Someone is talking of apology, but I am talking of some action or again gross inaction by the Prime Minister and conspicuous silence by Sonia Gandhi.
You avoided my question. You avoided
my
question.
On Mr. Lingdo, I must clarify. Or no, just a minute. I must clarify on Mr. Lingdo. That was not an adjudicated decision by the Commission. Sir. It was a remark by Mr. Lingdo. And remember, Mr. Bajpai publicly snubbed those who criticized them. I was a minister then. Therefore, you must put the record properly
I put the record, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Updating BJP.
Sir, I have great respect for you. I don't think I'm putting the record wrong.
Yes, or no, you are putting the record completely wrong.
No, sir.
Mr. Bajpai intervened and snubbed, I know it for
but
sure.
He was party spokesman then, sir.
Very well.
But V.K. Malhotra was party spokesman then,
You have got every right to criticize us.
You were the Honourable Minister for Information and Broadcasting. You were the Honourable Minister for Information and Broadcasting.
Mr. Bajpai was the topmost leader.
Sir, yes, but V.K. Malhotra was the party spokesman.
Leader. But he was the last word.
Sir, I can carry on. Jaswant Singh. Sir, Jaswant Singh said CAG's job is to audit accounts.
I'm a little shocked. When you are making selective facts to criticize the BJP or something happened 10 years ago. For an eminent journalist like you, I expect fair reflection on facts. Sir, Mr. Bajpai publicly criticized these kinds of comments and the matter came to rest.
Sir, matter did arise. The point is the matter did arise. Thank you. I have great respect for you, Mr. Prasad, but the matter did arise.
Ravi.
And I am completely aware that the union, Information and Broadcasting Minister, you did agree.
Here is one minister snubbing the Election Commission. Mr. Kapil Sibal snubbed the CAG.
You may not agree.
On zero loss,
Mr. Prasad,
CAG must
Mr. Prasad,
Therefore, the CAG or the Election Commission are being snubbed repeatedly by the ministers of the government and the Prime Minister.
Arnab, I have a question.
One sec. One, Mr. Krishnamurthy
I have a
wanting to come in, but
for
he has
Ravi.
a question.
I want to ask a question of Ravi. Can I ask him a question?
Yeah, because you are enjoying this power.
Can I ask Ravi a question?
Yes, you can ask a question. Then I go back to Mr. Krishnamurthy. Yes. Go ahead.
Ravi, I just want to ask you one question. It's just it's a political question. As I said, it makes for bad optics, whatever has happened. But Ravi, if Mr. Salman Khurshid were to resign today, do you think it will help prevent what the model code of conduct seeks to prevent?
Okay, fine.
It may play out very differently on the ground, Ravi. Here is a man who is willing to stake his job for a position he has taken. I think it will have a different impact on the electorate. You see, and at the top of it, if you reprimand, if you countermand the elections, if you postpone the elections, I think the message would go home doubly forcefully.
He got the question.
That is why there is a case for relook at the model code of conduct and the way it is implemented and plays out on the ground.
The model code of conduct is upheld in most Supreme Court judgments. But yes, Ravi Shankar Prasad has the right to respond. Mr. Krishnamurthy, right after that, coming back to you, sir.
Well, my very good friend Vinod Sharma, in his own deft way, can always defend Salman Khurshid. That right of his I never deny to him.
I'm not
But the point is, here the decision has been taken. Please, Vinod Sharma, keep quiet now. Please wait for your turn. Now, here is a case where the Election Commission has taken a decision after notice to Mr. Khurshid, after hearing his counsel, and a censure was passed against him. Yet he repeatedly goes on defying the commission. Even if commission hangs me, I'll continue to speak.
Yeah.
He's a minister for law, supposed to uphold the law.
Yeah.
He's a minister for minority affairs. Yeah. That is the larger issue.
Right.
And therefore, the issue is not of Salman Khurshid simpliciter or no. The issue is, what is the Prime Minister doing?
What is the Prime Minister doing?
It is for him to take. And by the way, Vinod Sharma, if you feel by these kind of bad optics, voters are going to be influenced this way or that way. I am just coming from UP after campaigning. The voters are thinking on completely different lines.
See, the larger issue is not what Prime Minister is going to say or President is going to say. The larger issue is this will become a precedent. And tomorrow, in fact, this will be used by the BJP and some communal parties.
Why should it not become a
it will become a precedent.
So it's good if it becomes
a precedent. And BJP or other casteist or communal parties will utilize this opportunity and quote this incident by saying that it was done by the Congress law minister.
So
therefore it is necessary to accept the propriety of the election commission.
I'm sorry, but tomorrow if you don't accept the model code of conduct...
No, the larger issue therefore...
No, tomorrow if you don't accept the model code of conduct, if you say the model code has no statutory binding, then you can go ahead and announce any financial grants, you can announce promises, you can do what you want. You don't have to give care of at all on the election commission.
That's what I'm saying. That Arnab, I'm saying that Salman Khurshid should say that I observe the authority so that it does not become a precedent.
Mr. Krishnamurthy, who's been waiting for a long time. Mr. Krishnamurthy, what should... I know you don't want to be in Ms. Qureshi's shoes, but what are the options the government has, sir?
Now, first of all, I would like to say, you want this discussion to be serious or just allow political mudslinging?
Continue, please, sir.
I think the larger issue is the integrity of the election process. In my opinion, if the manifesto also has a defect, we have to consider action against the manifesto.
Oh.
Because the Representation of People's Act clearly forbids use of religion for purposes of election. Secondly, as far as the Election Commission is concerned, it is serious about enforcing level playing field. If the person concerned is found to have violated the Code of Conduct or the Representation of People's Act, the Election Commission can certainly delay or defer the election. They can debar a person from campaigning. They can file a complaint in the police station against violation of Representation of People's Act. It is not that the Election Commission is helpless.
So why haven't they done that?
Obviously they are giving some time. And I'm sure the Election Commission must be considering serious action.
No, but they haven't done that. That's the primary job.
How will it repair the mischief if there was a mischief?
Mr. Krishnamurthy, I'm sorry, I'm on one point. There are 6,000 FIRs which have been filed. I don't know how...
I agree with you, but then...
In Uttar Pradesh...
That is the reason...
Why can't one more FIR be filed?
That is the reason...
Why can't the election in that constituency be annulled?
Yeah, it can be annulled. Why not?
No,
why not? We have done it many times.
Why hasn't it happened? Because it's the law ministers...
I don't know. I don't have the facts with me, but all that I can say is this is the time when the national parties should come together and find out the reason for improving the election process by having electoral reforms.
Well,
there is no need for exchanging unpleasantries between the parties.
No, but this otherwise becomes a situation where everybody is doing a lot of grandstanding. I'm sure Mr. Salman Khurshid does not mind the attention on the eve of an election, in the absence of any real action by the Election Commission. Any real action. There's no real action by the Election Commission. It's only a letter written to the President and a lot of political grandstanding that's happened. There's no action really.
Well, I sincerely hope they will take some action against...
Let's see whether they do, because the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Mr. Krishnamurthy, Mr. Aryaman Sundaram, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Kumar Ketkan and Vinod Sharma. We follow the... So Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad wants to make a last point. I think, Mr. Prasad, you acknowledge that I did not misquote you on the Lingdo case there.
The last word.
Yes. You want to concede I didn't misquote you there.
No, very quickly, very brief point.
Ravi always has the last word.
Point. If a political party in the manifesto says we will improve all the rural roads, it is permissible. But if a public works and rural road minister goes to the constituency of his wife and says, vote to my wife, I will improve all the roads of your villages, it is violation of model code.
Not I. We as a party
has to be appreciated.
No.
It is very important.
We as a party, not I.
Aryaman Sundaram says not I. As a party.
It's a manifesto.
No.
And once the manifesto says something,
Sundaram, take up the brief of Salman and go and file it in the High Court. Challenge the commission order. If you are so convinced about
no question of that. We are discussing something entirely different, Ravi Shankar. Neither your profession nor mine. We are discussing something else.
Okay, well, gentlemen,
I want to say something in defense of Ravi.
No, what?
Arnab, I want to say something in defense of Ravi, for a change.
Yeah, please continue.
What I want to say is that with his party should consider according statutory status to the Model Code of Conduct as recommended by the Dinesh Goswami committee report, so that nobody dares to defy it in the future. But before you do that, have a second look at the Model Code, because it is not a decision, a policy cleared by the cabinet.
Well, the Dinesh Goswami committee report is 20 years old. The Dinesh Goswami committee report is more than 20 years old.
Policy cleared by the cabinet.
23 years old.
By the cabinet.
23 years old. That's a committee that's 23 years old.
There is a lot of ground on which Mr. Aryaman Sundaram can argue in favor of Salman Khurshid.
Well, it's 23 years old. Everybody says great things about it. No one's implemented it. I'd wrap it up at this point. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour debate tonight. We're following this story hard.